Hey, 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 everybody. Welcome to The Good Feeling Life. I'm Talia, and today I'm bringing back one of my more popular videos from when my business was Food Buddha. So I'm going to bring back the top 12 signs that you're going through an awakening, and I'm going to add a new little flair onto it because as time goes on, I grow, I change, I have new things to say. So let's get started. First of all, what is an awakening? An awakening, in the way that I'm referring, or the way that I look at it, is an increased awareness. So sometimes we go through life and we're really struggling, or we feel stuck, or we feel lost, and every once in a while we get a new perspective on things. And as we grow and as we change, sometimes it's to do with age, or sometimes it's just experience, our perception of our life starts to change, and maybe we have an increased desire to heal dysfunctional relationships instead of being angry, or look at things a new way instead of just staying stuck. Or maybe we choose to love ourselves more because we have this new perception on self-love. You start thinking, maybe I am worth it. Maybe self-love is important. So it's basically a change in perspective, and there's often a spiritual component, meaning that we become more one with our source, or with ourself, or with our intuition, or we become just more aware of the energy around us and the mysteries of this life, the power of our thoughts, all of this kind of thing. So anything in there, that's what I consider an awakening. It's a growing, it's a shifting in perspective that ultimately leads to a much happier and healthier life. So let's get to it. These are the top 12 signs, in my opinion and my experience, that you are going through an awakening. If you have any of these, you are going through an awakening. If you're watching this, I'm sure you are. But it'll be interesting to see how many that you resonate with. Let me know as I'm going if you resonate with the ones that I'm talking about. Okay, so the very first one is an increased presentness, meaning it's becoming more important for you to be in the moment. You find more moments that you can just sit there and go, oh, this feels really good right now. Or maybe you're aware when your thoughts are spinning out of control and you're focusing on negative things, and you make a conscious decision to scale it back, come back to the now and go, it is what it is, and right now I'm going to choose to be happy. Or it is what it is, and right now I can be grateful for this. It's basically, hey Margaret, an increased presentness, in the present moment. Instead of future tripping or dwelling on the past, you're in the present. So that's number one. Number two is an appreciation for quiet. So often as we get more calm and we are awakening and becoming more aware and more powerful in our energy and just more curious about the world around us, we tend to be gravitating more towards quiet. Hi. And that's because we recognize that in quiet, we have the room to not only breathe, but just be. Just be without outside stimulation. Hi, Marina. Oh, Joy. I love that name, Joy. I have it tattooed on my foot. It was my Nana's name. It's a very beautiful name. Hi. So the second one is appreciation of the quiet. We also start to recognize that our intuitive voice comes out when we're quiet. So we might find ourselves more gravitated towards nature, towards quiet, and just to collect ourselves. It becomes important to center ourselves and not be so distracted and in hectic energy of the busy and the loud. So that's number two. Number three is you're finding increased compassion for yourself and for others. So this is, again, when you're making this conscious decision to not beat yourself up anymore. Or when you notice you're looking in the mirror and saying, mean things to yourself. Maybe there's times where you're choosing to say, you know what you are and you're doing a great job. Maybe there's little brief moments of just choosing to have more compassion for yourself and then for others. So as we start to become more aware and we shift our energy and we're doing this whole awakening thing, we find that gossip and judgment and sitting around talking about somebody and making fun of them or being rude or just gossipy, we realize it doesn't feel good. Our energy is important to us. So we start to harness more compassion. we start to be able to look at the positive more often. So you might find this with your spouse or with your children even, and then of course things like celebrities or politicians or whoever, is in front of you that you might not personally know. You're more able to find compassionate thoughts more often. That's just a beautiful sign that you're going through an awakening and an increased awareness. So the fourth one, which is perfect for Marina Joy's name, is we're experiencing more joy. So this kind of comes with being in the present moment, but we're choosing to feel joyful more often, or at least you're aware that when you choose joy or when you follow your joy, you do things that you enjoy, you take a moment to just pause and appreciate life, you're conjuring up and creating your own joy. And that starts to become more important. Again, we're moving away from the negativity and away from the lack of compassion into the present moment, compassion and joy. We're doing what lights us up more often. We're recognizing that it's important to do that. The next sign is, sorry, I have my notebook over here. The next sign is less anxiety. And this is something that, a lot of people suffer with anxiety in some way or another. Some people have panic attacks. Some people, it's just this constant back and forth going on in their mind, questioning what they look like or why they said this or what they did that they regret. We have anxiety within us. And as you become more awakened, you start to realize that anxiety is that disconnect between you and who you truly are. So who you truly are is peaceful and in joy and compassionate. And when we get to our energy is being affected by people around us or things that we're not doing that we really want to do, things that we're not conjuring up the bravery to do for ourselves, we start to have anxiety. So as we become more awakened, we're choosing joy more often. We're choosing things that feel good. We're owning our power. We're owning our past. We're making conscious decisions to heal. So naturally, we're going to have less anxiety. And even if that's just a little bit, it doesn't always mean that right away you go from anxiety being, something really present in your life to non-existent. Everything is a process. Nothing is black and white. So what you'll find though, as you're going through this awakening process, is just a lessening of anxiety. You have more faith in it must work out, or I will figure it out, or the universe has my back. Whatever it is that makes you feel peaceful, that will lessen your anxiety. You start to have more faith and less anxious thoughts. So the next one, what are we on? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Number 6 is you're experiencing more curiosity about the bigger meaning. So this might be about source and the universe and God, or it might just be why are we here, or what is this human experience about, or it might be about spirits, or you might lose a loved one, but then you start experiencing or being interested in being able to communicate with them. It's just anything bigger. You're starting to just be so much more interested in the bigger picture, which is why we're able to let go of the fears and the judgment little by little, because we are again aware of the bigger picture of it all, that we're not meant to be here to be stuck and angry and judgmental. There might just be more. So you're interested in the bigger meaning in whatever capacity that means for you. If that's happening, you're definitely going through an awakening, which is so exciting. Margaret says, yes, I can and I will. I love it. So the 7th one is you're experiencing less tolerance for negativity. So negativity and negative thoughts, negative people are sticking out to you more and more, and you're finding yourself wanting to distance yourself with them. Maybe the friend you've kind of put up with for a long time, or the social gathering that you don't want to go to that you keep going to, but it's negative. You're finding now that you honor your space and your vibes more, so you are not wanting to surround yourself with negative people, and you're maybe being more selective with the people you hang out with, or maybe the shows that you watch, the movies you watch, the conversations that you get into. It's more important now that you have less negativity in your life. I definitely find that one is huge for me. As soon as I'm in a situation where people are starting to gossip about each other, or just this negative swell is happening, I get really, I almost find a reason to go. I gotta go to the bathroom, see ya, because it's just so uncomfortable. I don't want to be involved in that. I don't want it in my space. So you might be finding that too. So the 8th one, I think, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, I should have these numbered. The 8th one is you are finding new and bigger belief systems. So this kind of goes with being interested in everything bigger, but maybe you're actually starting to explore things like law of attraction, or maybe a certain religion or Buddhism or yoga philosophy, or something to kind of attach to. Whether it's 100% or not, you know that that's not totally important, that you agree with every part of every spiritual belief, but you're starting to pull things and find, wow, this is really interesting, or realizing that a lot of them are all the same message, just given through different ways. So you're starting to find and be attracted to, maybe even research or be interested in, maybe even simply just less threatened by bigger and new belief systems. You're a full-on seeker, and you're realizing that it's not just I'm right and you're wrong. Maybe there's a lot of wisdom to be learned from all of these belief systems, and maybe you're starting to discover things like the Tao, or like I mentioned, Buddhism or Eastern philosophies, or maybe going back to Christianity that you grew up with. Maybe you're refinding that again. That could be a sign that you're going through an awakening. And so number 9 is, this is a fun one. You're finding that you want less stuff and you're wanting to declutter. So this is a massive sign that you are honoring your energy. You're realizing that clutter and stuff makes you cluttery and all clogged up there. And you're seeing less importance in things. You're realizing that things don't actually make you happy. So you're finding that you're wanting to declutter, whether that's just going through your closet, donating things to charity, or going through a massive garage overhaul, or you're just getting rid of a bunch of books, you're deciding to part with clothes you're not wearing anymore, or toys that your kids have. When you start going through like a decluttering, it is a huge sign you're going through an awakening, because again, you're refreshing everything. You're refreshing. Oh my God, yes, Margaret. Yes, perfect. Consider up top, there's a free download. You don't have to put your email in or anything. And I just have all of these written out on a beautiful thing that I've made up. So consider that above. There's a link. Margaret, if this is all of you, then this is great. So less stuff. You're wanting to declutter. You're wanting to clear the space to make room for new things. You know that things and old stagnant energy isn't serving you anymore. So you're finding a pull to declutter, which is awesome. I recommend decluttering. Okay, and then the 10th one is you're drawn to and attracting personal development. So this could be like all of a sudden in the last year or 6 months or a couple months, people are recommending personal development books. You're picking up You Are a Badass by Jen Sincero, or, Rebecca Campbell, Light is the New Black, or whatever. You're discovering Hay House or Wayne Dyer. You're these personal development books. Maybe you've gone to see Tony Robbins. There's something personal development going on. Seminars, talks, leaders, teachers. You're starting to experience and see more online about personal development and personal healing. This is a massive sign. This is the universe bringing this to you. So if you're starting to notice there's a lot of, you're witnessing personal development things and teachers and mentors and books and all this coming to you, that is a clear sign that you're going through an awakening, and the universe is just trying to support you in that. So I really want to encourage you, when you get the same book recommended to you, or if someone says like, you should read this book, You Are a Badass, and something in you just feel that intuitive voice go like, that's a cool title. Yeah, I don't have a book coming up after this one. Cool. Go with it. Leap with it. If programs come up, or teachers or mentors or like seminars come up that you're really interested in, leap for it, because that's the universe trying to help you along in this awakening. So that's a huge sign. And Margaret, yes, you're still going 1 to 10. Let's see how you do with the next two. So the second to last one, number 11, I love 11, and I put it here on purpose because that's the way I do. Synchronicity, number patterns, abundance, and coincidences. So you're experiencing synchronicities, 2 people talking about something at the same time, or things that you're like, no way, what? Like that happened? It's almost hard to believe. Synchronicities of some sort. or number patterns like we see on the clock when it's 222 or 1111, or I notice a lot on receipts my number's 4, so if it's like 44 or 40 or something, I'm like, ooh, that makes me feel connected. Julie says, I decluttered the house first, now on to personal development. What you are saying today is great because I have felt really disconnected recently, and I'm hoping for an awakening to put me on the right path. Thank you for this. Oh, you're so welcome, Julie. I love you. Thank you for coming here. So number 11 is synchronicities, number patterns, abundance, meaning unexpected checks, even just little things, finding a dime, finding $5, going because you need to get a bathing suit and you get there and it's buy one, get one free or half off or whatever. Signals of abundance, like you're being taken care of, you're being supported. So if there's synchronicities, number patterns, unexpected abundance in any way, like I said, a dime or $100, we still got to take it as thank you, universe, because it was more than what you had. It was put in front of you. It was unexpected. You might get a gas rebate or just anything, right? Sometimes if my mom comes to visit, she'll take me to Costco and I look at that like abundance. I just got free toilet paper and coconut oil. Awesome. So anything like that, that is the universe supporting you in this awakening, making sure that you're taken care of. And to go a little bit deeper, the reason why you need to be supported in this time is because you need to stay high vibe. You need to stay feeling happy, not 100% of the time, but the more happy and high vibe you are, the more you'll go with the flow of this awakening and learn and rise and up level as best as you can in all that you're meant to. So that's why the universe is trying to keep you happy so that you can keep attracting this beautiful transformation. So the last one, number 12, is you're experiencing a heightened desire to be healthier. And this is really cool because often a lot of us have thought like, oh, I need to lose 10 pounds because I look fat, or because summer's coming, or, oh, because it's shameful, I have high cholesterol, or we think of it in the negative. I gotta, fix this. But as we start going through an awakening, we start thinking, I want to genuinely be happier. And we start to disconnect from because I have to lose 10 pounds to just, if I treat my body with love, that will help my human experience, my mindset, my body, and ultimately I'll get to the weight that I know I'm meant for. I know it'll come if I look at it from love versus because I gotta fix something. So when we have this genuine desire to become healthier, that means we're wanting to detoxify more. You're maybe putting lemon in your water just because you know it's good for you, or giving up the alcohol, or drinking less coffee and substituting it for water, or less processed foods, or maybe you're trying to be like you're flirting with vegetarianism or veganism, or maybe you've already gone vegetarian and you're considering vegan, or whatever it is, any nudges, maybe it's going for walks, trying yoga, mindfulness, meditation, deep breathing, anything like that is you wanting to be healthier. And it's a lack of attachment to because I'm wrong, because I'm gross, because I'm fat. No, it's becoming just because health is the way, not being hard on yourself, loving yourself. So when you get this genuine desire to be healthier, go with that. Start to notice little ways you can bring that into your life. And the other part of that is as your body becomes healthier, the side effect, which is awesome, is you just have a stronger mind-body connection. You're able to hear the messages coming from your body. So you're starting to notice that maybe little things that didn't used to irritate your stomach, now you get like a no feeling, and you want to pay attention to that now. So it becomes less about I can't have it and then maybe binge on it later, to I genuinely don't want it. I want to treat my body with respect. I want to have a high level of integrity with my health. So that's what we start to lean towards. So if you're having thoughts in that direction about wanting to be healthier, getting more rest, treating yourself just with love, that's definitely a sign that you're going through this awakening. It's a bigger perspective, it's a bigger meaning, and that means that you're so on the right path. And I'm going to encourage you, of course, to run with that. So, oh, Margaret, yep, it's happening. I've been super healthy and had some weight loss. Trying yoga soon. Oh my goodness, Margaret. Yes, thank you for sharing that. That is so beautiful that you are like I think 12 for 12 on this. So like I mentioned, if you're having any of these, it means you're going through an awakening. There's probably many more signs. These are just the ones that I really see that are really common with people and that are really important. So if you have any of these, let me know what you think of this. If you want the freebie, it's above in the link. It's just a downloadable image, and I don't need your email or anything. You can just go onto the website and download it. The link's above. I love you guys so much. Have a great day, you seekers. Bye.